427's
Hello
job
everyone,
was
my
simple.
name is Void. I'm
He sat
sorry
at
I'm
his
starting
desk
this
in
mid-intro.
room 427, and he pushed
Complications.
buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
I think I have
did
everything
every
mixed.
day,
Sorry.
every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-making, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Alright.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, okay. I'm playing now. Alright. What are the controls? Just click and walk, I guess. Okay. What is that? So essentially, I'm a very spiteful human being, so we're gonna see what happens. That's locked.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh wait, what is this? This computer's different. Oh. What did that do? That did nothing. Why do some of these guys have offices and only... Oh, I'm on top of the chair. I'm on top of the world. Why can I only get up on top of this chair? Was that a glitch? Oh god, I do not like the controls of this. I'm getting super nauseous. Why can't I jump out a window? Because let me tell you, if I had to work a desk job, that is exactly what I would do. So, you know, I'm studying history, so I can work in a desk job. This computer's different, too. Username access. Once I turn it off, I can't turn it back on. So we're gonna go through and just click all of the computers. Then we'll go to the conference room. If I feel like it. I'm not gonna make the joke, it's too obvious. I can't. Was this where I came from? Is this where I go? Is this where I came from? Stanley, you fucking hoe. What?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
I'm
he entered
left-handed,
the
so I
door
normally
on his
would go
left.
with left, but I'm evil. Well, I'm not evil.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
I'm not sure
just
if he's glitching out as part of the game. I know everyone plays this in like a very spiteful manner, because that's the flavor of people that do these videos. I'm not saying I'm...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour
You
after
done?
all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Okay, thank you.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Christ. Can I get a soda?
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
fuck you,
here
guy.
you sit looking at these chairs
Also,
and some paintings.
$1.25?
Really worth it.
Really cheap for soda.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
I'm
poorly
creepy?
on his overall
Listen up,
personality.
shithead. You're the one
It's
narrating
possible that this
the
is why
lonely
everyone
office
left.
guy's life. I assume he's lonely. Uh-huh.
But at last, he'd had enough of the
So
amazing
let me get
room
something straight.
and took the first open
This
door
guy
on his
is
left to get back to
omnipresent
business.
and omnipotent and all-knowing, and I'm pretty sure... Did he say open door on my right or my left? I wasn't paying attention. This guy can do whatever the hell he wants, and yet...
Stanley was so bad at following
Yeah,
directions,
he can do
it's
whatever the
incredible
hell he
he wasn't
wants, and
5
yet
years
he's just
ago.
sitting around judging me and what I do. So you know what? You know what? I'm taking back my life. Fuck you, guy.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in
Thank
control
you.
of the story and no
I
one
know.
gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform
Yeah,
and
I
plunged
know.
to
Have you
his
met me?
death.
People are afraid
Good
of me.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
It's gonna happen now. Hello? Hello? Did I fuck up? Nope, no. So should we go left this time? Is that what we're gonna do? Let's go left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Yeah.
it mean?
Let's
Stanley
fucking
decided to go to the
left.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
That's a
missed the memo.
goddamn thing to do in this shithole game. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
When Stanley came to a set of
I
2
am
open doors, he entered the
so
door on
fucking
his
out of
left.
practice with mouse and keyboard. I literally sat and played Destiny my entire spring break. Okay. Alright, let's do this.
Yet there was not a single person
Why do I
here
keep
either.
playing with my
Feeling a wave
Luminizer
of disbelief,
compact?
Stanley decided to go
fucking know,
up to
'cause
his
it's a
boss's
goddamn
office,
thing
hoping
to
he
do.
might find an answer
Alright,
there.
let's see. Ugh. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. IT department weekly review. Frank, floor meeting. Oh, wait, that's me. What to do about 432? Don't tell 422 about the meeting. Alright. Tomorrow, complete tomorrow. Today's unfinished items. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to hire a paper guy tomorrow. But the future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Please keep the targets on the topic of house appreciation in it. What company does this do? What? Fuck. What does this company do? Christ. Graphs about things and money. We have, this looks like something a frat boy did to try and, make it appear like he was doing work. Tips for not getting fired. Synchronized courtesy, blah, 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 blah.
Stan stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around
oh wait,
and got
there was a
back
guy in the
on
broom
track.
closet. There was a guy.
There was nothing here. No,
In the
no
broom
choice
closet.
to make, no
I
path
think
to follow, just
Never
an
know when
empty
that's
broom
gonna be.
closet. no
of
reason to
use.
still be here.
What is...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
There has to
At
be
least if there
something
was something
here.
to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Shut up, guy. I'm walking around.
Coming to a staircase,
What? Oh,
Stanley
wires.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I moved. I moved. Nah. I think I'm just gonna play this by not exactly being spiteful, but just doing what the fuck ever.
But Stanley just couldn't do
What
it.
game? This
He
looks like
considered the
continuous.
possibility of
Which
facing
I
his
played.
boss,
If you guys
admitting
want
he
to
had
watch
left
that,
his post
maybe
during
I'll put a
work
link.
hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken
Now
that
this like
risk?
Midnight
All because
Library.
he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
there's
in a
Magda.
single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began
This
to
is
make
an
other
loop.
strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind
Like
him
the
wherever
fact
he
that
went?
this asshole just
And for that
putting me in
matter,
a...
these rooms were starting to look pretty
Yeah.
familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Huh.
No, Stanley said to
You know
himself.
what this is?
This
This
all
is-
too strange. This can't be real. And at
Having
last,
a
he
narrator
came to the
that's a
conclusion
fucking
that had been
Sims
on the tip
player.
of his tongue.
And you're just
he
a Sim.
hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief
What is it?
Stanley felt to have finally found
yes,
an answer,
am I
an
dreaming?
explanation. His co-workers weren't
In my
actually
dreams,
gone.
I
He
am
wasn't
not a
going to
man.
lose his job. He wasn't crazy
Well, I
after
mean,
all.
I would be a man if I
Thought
got
to
paid
himself,
better.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and
Does
began
this
to
guy
gently float
ever
above
shut
the
the fuck up?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was
Oh,
he remaining
shit.
so lucid? And then
Oh,
perhaps
this
the
is pretty.
strangest question of them all
Alright.
entered Stanley's head.
Alright.
One he
No,
was
wait, bring
amazed
back
he
the
hadn't
stars.
asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Why is my
Now
conscience
the voice was
British?
describing itself
Oh,
being
shit.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly
Yo.
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I want to end this
Now,
video,
hearing
guy.
the voice
Hurry up.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain
This
all
guy
that?
can lick my
This
left
voice was a
nipple.
part of
Oh
himself
my
too.
God.
Surely,
Yeah,
surely,
bring back
if
the
he could just...
stars.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Really? Because I
He
tried
felt
to
the cool
fucking
weight
jump
of the
off
blanket
it.
on his
Okay.
skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
This is getting
I'm
vaguely
through
sexual.
with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I suppose that's supposed to be a testament of being afraid of the unknown. I personally not exactly
Stanley began
afraid of the
screaming.
unknown, but I'm
Please,
intrigued
someone
by
wake
it.
me up.
'Cause,
My
like,
name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Oh.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
We done?
This is the story of a woman named
We
Mariella.
done?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Mariella.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her
Oh,
walk was
shit.
interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, first of all, the idea that mentally ill people are... that you should be happy you're not mentally ill. Like, yeah, I get that, the idea of wanting to be normal, but having a mental illness, as sad as it is normal, and you can get treated for it. There is never a need to kill yourself ever. If you do have mental illness, go talk to someone. Don't do anything extreme. You are normal. There's nothing wrong with who you are, and you should seek help if you want to change who you are. You don't have to sit still and accept the hand you were dealt. You could go out, you can change who you are, you can start taking medication, you can do yoga. I hate that, but you can do whatever you want. You don't have to live the life. You are in control. There's no way you're not. Like, I do believe in predestination, but I believe in fate, and that there are 3 fates in Greek mythology for a reason. A path we know, it's the one we're on, our what-if path, and a 3rd path that could either be the best thing in our life or the worst. But that 3rd path, you don't know. So I will probably do another episode of this, just because I wasn't able to talk through much of it, because fuck that guy.
Stanley
Christ.
stood for a long time in
Oh my
one
God.
spot.
Okay.
It's part of a game.
Stay safe.
He likes to see
Bye.
how long he can go
Christ.
without dying. So far, he's doing excellent.